r/ask Reddit. What's legal now, but probably won't be in 25 years? Operating a drone without a license. In Australia you can't film with one for profit without a low-level aviation license of some variety. I forgot the classification. My stepdad used to throw in drone footage for free to get around it while he was working at the license. United States is the same. Personal use is free. Business use needs a license, although there are other restrictions. Maximum height, maximum weight, maximum speed, must maintain line of sight. Sorry Amazon. Daytime use only. No flying over people. Pilot must be stationary, not within 5 miles of an airport without first notifying the tower. Came here for this one. At the moment it's one of these cool new technologies to play with, and it'll end up being smothered by regulation and paperwork because of idiots. Yeah, and it'll probably be before 25 years. They already have something like that in Germany. For drones heavier than 5 kilograms you need permission from the county air traffic department, and or if you wanna fly higher than 100 meters you also need special approval from the department. Not having your kids vaccinated. Hopefully. I'm not sure about the legality just now, but 3D printing other people's intellectual property without paying proper licensing. Download car. You wouldn't. You wouldn't shit in a policeman's hat. The internet here in the UK. All hail Empress May. The internet won't just be legal. Daily use will be mandatory to allow Empress May the ability to keep tabs on all citizens. Of course many sites will be blocked. Use of a VPN will be illegal, as will be looking for or posting anything not in line with Empress May's views. Will it be a strong and stable internet? Hard internet. Not sure if already illegal, but faking online accounts will be for sure. There goes the account I made for my dog on Tinder. They should make a version of Tinder that's just for dogs. They could call it Dogger and you'd use it for setting up playdates for your dog. This is actually a great idea. Anonymity on the internet. In the year 2042, when all internet access requires biometric ID, our only method of private communication will be shooting messages into the wall in private games of MW2. VPN services. I think an important distinction to make is personal VPN use may get shut down. Too much money in commercial enterprise application for that to go away. Also, people who do any sort of off-site IT work such as systems administration rely heavily on VPNs being a thing. You can't always be on site, especially if your data is hosted in a warehouse or something. This simply will not happen. Too many things are at risk for being broken by doing something boneheaded like this. You need to understand what is really going on that people might want to regulate. Logging. In some countries VPN providers are required by law to keep logs. In the US this is not the case. In the US when Sony sends a warrant to VPN provider demanding account details for IP address XXX at such and such a date and time, VPN providers can reply back that they do not keep logs that would to that data. In some countries VPN providers are legally obligated to keep those logs. Sex with Betty White, I'm assuming. Anyway, I hope to God she proves me wrong by outliving us all. Unsafely removing a USB. I also like to live dangerously. IT happened to me, I swear. I even work in IT, and it's the first time I witnessed such a thing. I never imagined the day, but still, I had a USB stick plugged into the TV to watch a movie on it, and noticed I had no subtitles. Pulled out the USB drive to get subtitles, and when I wanted to copy them on the drive, the movie was gone. Gone, I tell ya. I didn't safely remove IT. The right to remain silent. In the UK and in various American states, the prosecution has the power to comment adversely on an accused's right to remain silent. The mentality nowadays is I have nothing to hide. To anyone who thinks that, please post all your passwords, your internet history, and never close a door again in your life. Everyone knows that I poop and pee, but I still close the door when I go to the bathroom. I don't know what you do behind closed doors. What are you hiding? Are you taking drugs? Let us see to prove you aren't doing anything wrong. That has become the prevailing attitude. Prove you are innocent. Hopefully advertising prescription medicine like it's soda. This is basically only done in the US though. Because your healthcare system is a special brand of ducked up. Cigarettes. With the amount of people getting lung cancer from smoking cigarettes, it will cost the country more than the tax they get from it. In 25 years you'll be able to buy a new set of lungs from a vending machine. That's what they said 25 years ago. Free and unrestricted internet access. Obviously you don't live in North Korea. Driving at 16. Also driving over 65 unless re-examined. I think you should have to take a driving test every 10 or 15 years to see if you are still eligible to drive. The amount of people that actually can't drive because of their age is astounding. That would require a crazy amount of resources to repeatedly test everyone. Maybe a follow-up road test 5 years after initially getting your license. That should weed out the lucky dimwit 20-somethings. Then a vision road test every 5 years starting at 65. Throwing used cans or bottles of paint, solvents, insecticides and household cleaners in dumpsters or trash cans for regular garbage collection. Some places have guidelines about it, but it's often technically not illegal. In my country, if you throw those in your regular garbage dumpsters you may get fined pretty badly. New cars that run on petroleum-based fuels. They are already talking about banning new diesel cars. Nope. These will still exist in poorer countries. Older cars will be exported there. It already happens here in Greece. I don't know if you are talking about exporting cars out of or to Greece. Caustic soda won't be illegal but just under control. With all the hysteria from governments about terrorism, someone will use that and they'll try to ban it. The never-ending cycle. News item. Are terrorists using item to make bombs to blow up toddlers? Moron in trailer. Let's try making a bomb using item to kill my ex-wife. News item. Someone used the bomb we described. Clearly this a huge threat. Other morons. Why isn't item banned yet? Politician in need of votes. Bans item. It. Meek resignation to a future of living in a totalitarian society. All across the US. Revenge porn. Many states have created laws against this, but there are still some that haven't. Within 25 years all states will probably have laws against it or there will be a federal law against it. Thanks God I live in Canada. We've had these laws since Goes to Check 2015. Wait, WTF. Don't quote me on this, but I'm 80% certain that certain words will become illegal. Mr. Krabs is a Doppler noises. Smoking while pregnant. It baffles me that this one is even legal today. You're gonna tell me that it's unacceptable to smoke in the car with a kid under 16 because they'll breathe in the smoke, but it's fine to smoke before they're born and introduce the fetus to all that terrible shit. This is one of those things that has good intentions and sounds great in theory, but in practice, it would be a human rights nightmare and impossible to enforce. How would you know someone who is smoking is pregnant? I have a feeling that the cops would end up booking a lot of fat women who aren't pregnant. And then what? You take them to the station and make them pee in a cup? What about women who are pregnant but not visibly so? Would you get diagnosed by a doctor and carry around a card? This would be impossible to enforce and a huge waste of resources. Those resources are better put into education and healthcare. Cash. Most of the world is moving towards authoritarianism and surveillance. At some point, cash will be banned for security so the government can access all financial information and all transactions. Bitcoin prices rise to $3 million as governments continue to outlaw physical currency. Newspapers in 25 years. I believe that Xanax will eventually be taken off the shelves, the same way Quaaludes were years ago. As someone who has a chronic anxiety disorder and a prescription for Xanax, I hope you're wrong. It can be misused. Yes, when I follow the label and my doctor's instructions, though it is very effective at mitigating my panic attacks, it has saved me from being completely debilitated due to anxiety many times. Encryption. They can't literally ban Mathlemeo. Driving a vehicle. Assuming self-driving cars continue to evolve, powering said vehicle with petroleum-based products. Cheating in online games. Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, etc. I know it's already illegal in places like South Korea and China, but I'm thinking more globally. Whoa, you made it to the end? You're a ducking beast. I'll cut you a deal. Smash like and subscribe for more curated content bruh. It's free and that's a great price.